Yeah, we're going to get started with Rule 9 here with NFHS basketball. We've got John Reinhardt leading our discussion today. He's prepared a cool little quiz we can go through. And without further ado, Mr. John Reinhardt, take it away.
All right, guys, welcome tonight. I hope everything goes well. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm just going to ask for volunteers. Unless if I don't get a volunteer, then I'll ask for somebody. But I went through and listed about 21 questions, and some of them I think are pretty simple, and some take a little bit of thought. But after each question, if there's any other discussion, please join in and ask questions or make comments. So, who wants to take number one?
I'll take it.
So I'll take it. That's an easy one.
Well, I'm first in line. After receiving the ball from the official for a free throw, the thrower accidentally bounces the ball off her foot, and the ball enters the lane. A, official sounds the whistle and begins the throw again. No violation. Official sounds the whistle and calls a violation on the thrower. I believe it's A because it's not a free throw attempt.
Is that right? Everybody agree with that?
Yes.
I would agree.
Yes.
Okay. Well, how about if the shooter crosses the line and tries to pick up the ball? You know, see, I'm at the free throw line and I bounce it off my foot and I go across the line to pick up the ball. What are you going to do as an official if I do that?
Technical foul.
What's that?
No.
Again, it's not a try. A free throw. I wouldn't think it would be a violation.
I agree. So again, if I'm a ref, I'm just going to stop the play, give it back to him, and let him. Yeah. Now, if he does it more than one time, I guess you could call a violation. But I don't think I've ever seen that happen.
What does the rule book say? I believe the rule book says that it's a violation.
I'm trying to look it up. Yeah, I had B. I had violation on that.
It's definitely B. I think. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's B.
Yeah,
you're talking about
the key word is the thrower.
But you put it two different.
If the official bounces it off of the guy's foot, give it to him again. But if the guy's just going through his routine and he bounces it off his foot and loses it and can't get it within the semicircle, then that's a violation. He doesn't get another shot.
That's right. Look at this.
Hold on. Two scenarios. Hold on, John. John, you had two scenarios. So the first scenario was after receiving the ball from official, and actually it bounces off the ball off of his foot. The answer is A, but now you're saying for the second part of that scenario, if he bounces it off himself and he crosses the line, that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, the thrower. If the thrower bounces it off his own foot, that's a violation.
But Brandon, to clarify, I think they're saying your answer, A, is incorrect.
They're saying if I throw the ball to the free thrower and it accidentally hits his leg and goes off.
That's not what it's saying.
No.
That's Errol's clarification. He accepts the ball. You cleanly bounce it to the thrower, the free thrower.
It has a pre-shot routine.
He cleanly accepts it and then drops it. If we as officials cause the ball to go haywire, I think there's consensus.
He's covering the question. Can't read it.
It's right in the case book, boys.
Yeah, if there's a pre-shot routine, right? He has the ball in his possession. There's a pre-shot routine. He bounces it. And the next bounce goes off his foot into the lane. That's a violation.
No, I understand. I'm getting confused though. When we first, I can't read the question. It's covered now. But if I'm throwing it to him, or he bounces it off his foot but doesn't cross the line, and the ball rolls to the official, you're saying that's a violation.
Yes.
Brandon, the key is if he cleanly accepts your ball. Now he's got it. It's at his disposal. And now he fumbles it. It's a violation. If we institute a non-clean,
if
put
he
it at the
muffs
disposal.
the rule book, I mean the case book talks about muffing the pass from the official.
Good term.
Okay, if we go to look at page, everybody have a rule book with you? Look at page 66. The very first rule, Rule 9, Situation 911.
Page
There's two
911.
scenarios.
Case,
Which rule book are we looking at?
case book.
I'm sorry, the case book.
Oh, I was like
Case book.
66.
I'm sorry, I said rule book. Yeah, look at the case book. Page 66, Rule 9, 911. And those are the two scenarios. The first one is if he muffs the pass from the official, that is not a violation. But if he has control of the ball, he bounces it off his foot into the lane, that is a violation.
Does that, when you say violation, that situation, that just means the free throw's over?
That you're right. And so if he's got a second free throw, he still gets to shoot that one. But that particular free throw is dead, and it's no good.
And nobody can grab the ball. It's not like it's not we're calling it
But
attempt
it's
because it
not a
didn't hit.
live ball. Right.
Yeah. If it's the player's
Cool.
fault, it's a violation. If it's the referee's fault, just do it over.
That's right. That's it
Cool.
in a nutshell.
Has anyone ever had that second situation?
I don't think so.
That's why
I
that's a good one. I did not think that was an easy question.
have had it in club ball or like rec ball where the kids
Yeah.
starts to dribble it and it bounces off their foot. And I've probably just given it back to them. Or actually what I've done is I pretended the ball was wet, wiped it off, and be like, we're going to try that one again. But it is a violation.
Cool.
Again, I don't think too many people would object though if to what you just said. If you pretend it's a wet ball or whatever and you give it back to the free thrower, I don't think too many people would object to that.
Well, I think what happens mostly is the throw is where they drop it. It hits their foot, and so yeah, the bounce of the free thrower is the key. And I have not personally ever seen or called that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Everyone-
everybody okay with that one?
Yep.
Okay, Mike, Ryan, you want to take number 2?
I will attempt this one. Okay, 2. While A1 is attempting a free throw, B1 violates by stepping into the lane early. Before A1 releases the ball to attempt the free throw, A2, who is behind the three-point line, steps over the three-point line toward the basket. Is it either A, both violations are penalized, ball is dead, and no point can be scored? Only the first violation by B1 is penalized. If the free throw is missed, a substitute throw shall be awarded. I'm going to get this wrong because I'm thinking of an initial, causing someone else to win, I guess. But so I will say B.
I'm going to respectfully disagree. I think this
Probably
goes
right.
back to, no, but I think this goes back to a conversation that Errol and Phil and I beat to
Right.
death.
Right.
I think we have a simultaneous violation, which is a very rare call because the B,
That's right. Chris
but
is right.
going into the lane, you have a delayed violation, and that violation isn't until the try or a subsequent violation. So I think we have a simultaneous violation, and it's actually A.
That's right. Chris is right. Now, what confuses us is that they didn't happen at exactly the same time.
And John, it's two different types of violation.
That's right.
Right.
One is along the lane, one is the arc.
That's right.
Right.
But the first one is delayed, and by definition, it can't occur until either the try is attempted or a subsequent violation. That's
Right.
why they become simultaneous.
So if A2 was on the lane line and not behind the three-point line and goes in not simultaneously, but after B1 goes, is that a violation?
B's violation.
What's that?
Only the first violation happens because if the defense causes it, it eliminates the offenses.
Okay, so the differentiation there is the fact that he's behind the three-point line, and that scenario does not come into play.
Location, location, location.
Yeah.
So Mike, this actually came up, and again, Phil and Errol and I beat this thing to death 2 years ago. I had real case, B1 violates the lane. We do the delayed violation. Free throw shooter shoots an air ball. Same thing. The B didn't violate until A1 violated by ending the try, which is a simultaneous violation. That's where I kind of knew, I thought at least this was similar with the guy outside the arc.
Yeah.
Where it gets confusing is like if they're in the lane and
Different.
the defense, if the defense violates, it's a delayed violation. But if the offense violates, it's an immediate violation. But if the defense violates first in the lane, you would ignore the offense violating as the second person, only in the lane.
Yeah.
Correct. It's the
So-
fact that he's outside the arc and or the shooter that makes it kind of unique.
It's
Yeah,
not a
you-
lane violation, it's some other type of violation.
Yeah.
So is it A? They're both penalized?
Yes, they're both
Yeah.
penalized. And again, if you go to page in the rules book, not the case book, in the rules book, page 60, if you look down to number 4B, it covers that exact situation. Can you pull that up? See,
Okay.
look at
I
B
don't
there.
have it. This is my first day. This is my first meeting.
That's all right. Errol's showing it on the screen.
There, yeah, look on the screen.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
If the second violation, which is by the free thrower or a teammate behind the free throw line extended and the 3-point line, both violations are penalized.
Yep.
Cool.
I know. See, some of those, they catch us off guard in the game. You know, we see that first violation and we think, well, that's okay. It's over. Well, it's not over until the free throw's over. And so if there's another violation, you penalize both of them.
Okay, so here now I got a question on that then. So what's the penalty? Because the first one with B2 or B1 violating, that allows A1 another attempt, but with A2 violating, that
negates
cancels
the
out
free
that
throw.
shot. That negates the free throw.
If there's a simultaneous violation, then the free throw is no good. It's canceled. There's no good.
And the result is
Okay.
a held ball, or I mean, an alternating possession.
And AP.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. I was like, how do you adjudicate both of those then? Okay, thank you.
AP.
Okay, we okay with that one? Okay, Errol, number 3.
What was this one? A? All
Can you
right.
put it back?
That was A, yeah.
Do what, Brandon?
Got it.
All right.
Okay,
leave
who
two
wants
up
to
there.
take
Run
number
number
3?
I can take it.
Go
All
ahead.
right, let's see. Official bounces the ball to A1, who is on the end line in her backcourt. Official begins 5-second count. When the official reaches 4 seconds on his or her count, A1 releases a long down court pass. Keyword there is releases. While the ball is in the air, the official reaches a 5-second count before the ball is touched by any player on the court. So before reading the answers, I know that the 5-second count ends once they release it. So let's see. While the ball's in the air, the official reaches the 5-second count before the ball is touched by any player on the court. So just play on. I'd go with B on that one.
Yeah, that's right. That shouldn't be too difficult for us. We know that when the ball is released, the 5-second count is dropped. The ball may be in the air for 5 seconds on a long pass, or 3 seconds or whatever. So, yeah.
Years ago, it had to be touched by 5 seconds.
Correct.
Now
Right.
they changed it to release.
And that was
Oh,
a
wow.
terrible rule. When it was that way, though, it was missed a lot. A lot of referees did not call that.
But
Was that back in the 70s, guys?
That's right.
It
78.
actually made the early 2000s.
Oh,
It's been a while.
That was back in Naismith's original rule book, or what?
So it's released no matter where they are in the out of bounds.
Release.
on a throw-in,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, on a throw-in, whenever the ball is released on a throw-in, there's no 5-second count.
So even if it's behind the plane of the end line, still the ball is released out of the hand. It's still okay.
Right.
Good question.
well, yeah. So if they're running the the other out of bounds where a player comes in and he throws it across. And
You mean after a
5
made
second
basket?
count after a made basket, and they're doing that play where another player comes in and he's throwing it that way on 5. It's a violation because it needs to go across the end line, right?
That's a good comment, because sometimes they'll do that. Another player will jump out of bounds and receive a pass from the first player, but that count keeps going. That 5 second count keeps going until the ball is released. Good point, Brandon.
Right, but if it's released
onto the
but
court.
it has to go across the end line.
Yeah.
And then if it's not, it's a violation.
Right.
Because but think about the definition. That pass after a made goal isn't a throw in.
No.
Because he's thrown it to another teammate beyond the end line. So it's the throw in has not concluded. If they throw it across the end line, to your point, it becomes, then you stop your clock, your count.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting wording as far as directly into the court.
That's right. That's right.
Into the court.
So, which goes back to my question: does it have to break the plane of the inbounds? I guess the end line or whatever line we're talking about, right?
I'm not even sure if we could pinpoint it that that did just exactly as far as.
Good
So,
question.
Mike, I think it answers that. If you step back though, the throw in that ultimately will go into the court whenever it starts. So it doesn't have to be beyond the end line, but it has to be the throw that ultimately ends up into the court, is how I would interpret it.
Yeah.
So in Brandon's case, made basket, throw it across the end line to a teammate. That's not the throw that enters the court. I maintain my count. But if the kid cranks up, if the minute he releases his hand still beyond the end line, I'm stopping my count and letting him throw it because it's the throw that enters the court. I mean, we're splitting hairs here.
I'm certainly never going to blow my whistle with that small of a window, right? Coach will say he released it.
Exactly.
I'm not going to sit there and say, well, it didn't come on the court. I'm not really watching it that close. If it's out of his hand, I'm not calling anything, right?
Me too.
This is a good quiz, John. This is some good
Oh,
discussion.
no, say, John, you stepped up tonight, man.
We're on
Well, it's
question.
about time to go.
Okay, we're ready for number 4.
Hey, John, I'll take
25's at midnight. All right.
I'll take number 4 because this happened to me in a state tournament game.
Okay.
On a throw in, A1 tosses the ball inbounds, and the ball enters the basket before being touched by a player on the court.
There's
You have
three
three choices.
answers.
Violation, award to throw in to B, alternating possession, award a successful basket. Well, it's not award a successful basket because it's not a legal try. It's a violation, award a throw in by B because he violated by all the throw in provisions.
That's right. If you look in the rule book, 927, it's word for word. The thrown ball shall not enter the basket before it touches or is touched by another player. So there you go, right there.
Yeah. And it surprised the heck out of me. And I blew
Yeah.
my whistle. I blew my whistle and went, something's wrong. I don't know what it is. It's wrong. We're going to give it to B and go with it. And
So you called it travel.
Yeah, I called it travel.
Your instincts.
Hey, a question, where do you throw it in from?
Where the violation happened, which
It
is
doesn't matter where it's thrown.
technically where he threw it from.
Okay.
Even though the violation physically happened when the ball went into the basket, but it comes back to the spot point of.
Okay.
Are you 100% sure on that, Rick? Because I'm not.
That's what I did. And nobody from the state said anything about it. So I'm like, okay, I'm going with that.
So
it may be the other, it may be this where the violation happened, but I was like, you know what, I'm getting out of here. This is weird.
If somebody has a second, maybe let us know if we're wrong, because that's probably what I would do, because nobody touched it, right?
Yeah, nobody touched it.
So I'd probably go right back to where he threw it from. But could it be where the ball is at that time? Because the penalty wasn't the throw, it was where the ball ended up, right?
The violation happened at the basket.
So yeah, I'm with Errol just because he's causing some critical thought. I would have done what you did, Rick, but now I would say I'm probably at one of the designated spots under the goal. Because the violation wasn't the throw in, the violation was when it entered the ring.
Okay.
Okay, does this put another
Looks
wrinkle in
like-
it? But the violation is by the thrower, though. The
Yeah.
violation is on a person.
He violated the throw-in provision by violating by putting it in the basket.
Okay, okay.
Right.
So the
And
thrower
it was-
violated.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
it was on the side. It was on side court about 35 feet on the side when he threw it in.
So what if?
All
what
right,
if he
all
was-
right. So
rule would go
I'm
20
driving. Is there anybody who actually has their rule book or case book that can
Yeah.
confirm?
Didn't you just show that, Errol?
Yeah, I don't.
did
see a
show
case
it.
play for- I don't see a case play for it, but the rule book does say the thrown ball shall not enter the basket before it touches or touched by another player. So that's the and then the penalty would be, let's see. The first violation of throwing boundary line playing by opponents of the thrower shall result in a team warning for delay. Okay, that's different. Second additional, if opponent reaches through, gosh, where's the penalty for that one?
I can't see a place where it shows where the ball comes in bounds.
Go back to
Right,
the
that
case
doesn't-
play for a second. I'm probably looking at a wrong
You see,
case.
I can't find it in the case book either.
But think about what Rick said, and I'm going to correct myself. If it's deemed a violation by the thrower, then it would go back to the spot. Okay, then to me, I would take it to where the throw-in was in the nearest spot if it's in the front court, the 4 designated spots.
Yeah,
Just
I think
me now.
that's right. I
Yeah,
think
I
I think
would
that's
too.
right. I just raised the question. That's why I said I don't know, but I would go with the throw-in error because it violated a throw-in provision.
There's
I
probably
would
only
too.
going to be two other people in the gym that have an opinion.
Isn't it similar? Isn't it
So
similar
here-
to throwing the ball out of bounds when you're taking it out of bounds? And it goes back to the place where
Could be.
it was thrown in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
could
say
be.
it's similar, Mike. I
I
would
said,
agree.
isn't it similar to if a player throws the ball out of bounds from
And it's never
not
touched.
being out of bounds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He violated the throw-in provision.
Yes, I think Mike's right.
So bonus question there, if he's throwing it in on an alternating possession, so it's A's possession because of a held ball or whatever, and he throws it in, but he violates by throwing the ball into the goal, who gets the alternating possession arrow after this play?
I say you don't change the arrow because he violated.
I
You do
agree.
change the arrow.
No. B
Well,
ball, B arrow.
Yeah, so
I'm
A
I'm not
had the
changing
ball.
that AP arrow.
This is a tricky one.
A,
You do
A,
change the
A
arrow.
has the ball because of an alternating possession throw in,
Yes.
and they violate and they lose that.
Yep.
Yeah, if the throwing team violates, they lose their alternating possession. So the AP arrow goes back to B and B gets the ball.
B
Yes.
ball, B throw-in.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a tricky one.
Yes, it
Can you
is.
explain that to me again as a newbie?
Yeah, one of
Why
the
would they get the
provisions in
why would they get the arrow?
because in one of the provisions of the alternating possession is if the throwing team violates, they lose that possession. Not only do they lose the ball, the throw in, they also lose the alternating possession.
Mhm.
That's
Just a rule.
right.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay, cool.
So it's almost
only
like
reason I
two
know that
penalties.
is-
The first penalty is because he put it in the basket, so it's going to be B's throw in. And the
Yeah.
other one is because he violated, he loses the arrow and it goes over to B.
Right.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that's a tricky one, kind of a fun one. And I've screwed it up before, and that's how I know it.
Yeah. Sometimes you learn. You
Yeah,
learn
you
better
gotta-
from a mistake.
I always say trust but verify. I robbed and duplicated that from somebody else. I think it was Rick Stover back in the day. It's great to trust the person you're working with, but always go back and verify.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to number 5. Mike Rainfield, you want to take number 5?
Okay, on a throw in, B1 releases the ball and it becomes lodged between the ring and the backboard. A technical foul on B1. B, an alternating possession throw in. And C, a violation on B1 about the throw in to team A. I'm thinking it's got to be an alternating possession throw in because that's what would happen. when it wasn't a throw-in. That's what my guess is.
Okay, it's on. Let's look at rule number 928 on the rule book, and it's a violation to do that.
Oh, to hit okay.
The lodge.
See that? Okay, see there's highlighted there. Yeah. So that, unfortunately, you feel like the guy didn't mean to do that, but it's just one of those things. It's a violation.
Okay. Same as if it
It's
goes in.
almost like the ball either goes in or it gets lodged. It's a violation.
Right.
Hey, for brand new officials, I wouldn't worry about feeling intimidated by that. The first time I took the test, I think I got like a 58% on it because I thought I knew basketball until I started doing meetings and trainings like this, and you learn and you learn how much you didn't know before you really dove deep into the rule book here. But you'll learn most of this stuff as you go.
Awesome.
Okay. Next one. Number 6. Who wants to take number 6?
Bill, I can do it. I'm
Okay,
not
Bill.
driving anymore. A player may excessively swing arms or elbows as long as no contact is made with an opponent. Ooh. I'm going to say true.
I'm going to
BB.
disagree.
BB. No,
The
you
key
can't.
word there is excessive.
Can you pull that up? 913.1.
Yep.
That is it's a violation.
It's a violation.
Players shall not excessively swing a player's arms or elbows, even without contacting the opponent.
That's right. So again, an extra question there. What if he contacts an opponent?
Becomes a foul.
What kind of a
Well,
foul?
Depends.
Depends.
Could be upgraded.
Yes.
Potentially upgraded, but not by definition. Now you have contact. Becomes a foul. Illegal contact is a foul, and then the official deems the severity.
So it's a violation without contact. With contact, it's at least a foul. And I would highly recommend you get together with at least one other partner and at least have a quick conversation about it.
Because it could be an intentional.
Yeah, or flagrant.
It could be
or
flagrant.
whatever.
It could be
That's
any
right.
upgraded. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and we're talking,
Okay.
swinging, Article 3 talks about, movement of the whole body with typically your elbows might be out. As long as you're basically pivoting and your whole body's moving, that's legal.
Elbows within your torso.
Yep.
As fast as the torso goes, that's how fast your elbows could go.
Okay, that kind of goes on right on with number 7. We're still in the same area. So what's number 7 there? Who wants to take 7? That's an easy one.
I'll do it.
Go ahead.
A
Go ahead,
player,
Jarvis.
a player may extend arms or elbows to hold ball under the chin or against the body.
Mhm.
Player may extend
That's true.
arms or
And that was right under that. If you go back to the rule book there, that was the very next point.
Oh, yeah.
You can
Word for word.
you can extend your arms, but you can't swing them around, and again, that's a judgment call. If the ref thinks, if you're just trying to control the ball and you're holding the ball up against you, but if you're swinging your elbows, way around, that can still be a violation, but it's a judgment call.
Okay.
Any thoughts on that?
Hmm.
Okay, number 8. Who's is Jarvis?
Yeah,
Just
Jarvis.
did it.
Oh,
I'll do
okay,
8 also. Let's see. I can do it again. Oh, mine. I didn't really even get to answer mine anyway. So
Go
while
for it.
dribbling down court, the player steps on boundary line, but is not touching the ball at the time. I would say that's a violation.
Yes, it is. Even though you're not touching the ball, if you're dribbling and you step
possession.
on the line, again, that's rule 9.3.1.
Why?
Say why?
Because it's in the rule
Yeah.
book.
Why is it a violation?
Because he's no longer a legal player.
Because you're in control of the ball.
He's
You have
in
ball
he's in
control.
player control. Exactly.
That's right.
He's in player control.
Yeah, he has
He's a
possession of the
dribbler.
ball.
He's a dribbler. Dribblers rules are different than just a player on the court.
Not to confuse it with the Evergreen game that we had, Chris. If he saves
Exactly.
the ball, then you have
If he
control.
saves the ball,
And comes back in and is in bounds and touches the ball, it is not a violation.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's that scenario talks about, right?
That
There's a
was
difference.
my one last rules meeting.
There's a difference between a player and a dribbler, though.
Dribbler,
A dribbler
yeah.
is more than a player.
All right. Okay, next one.
Reading some rules here. Okay,
So-
go for it. Number nine.
Sorry, on that scenario, right? If you got someone who's, I would say is a dribbler who has taken an active dribble, right? In the attempt of trying to save a ball, took one, maybe two dribbles and his momentum took him out of bounds, but the ball stayed in bounds and he comes in and reestablishes himself and continues the dribble. Are we saying that's a violation?
if he's the same player dribbling, like say you kind of alluded to, was the ball knocked away? You said, but if he's just in his continuous dribbling motion, by definition, my understanding is the dribbler has to stay in bounds. If
Yes.
the defender knocked it away in your scenario, Mike, I would agree. If he reestablishes, he could come back in. I don't know if I'm right, but that's my understanding.
Technically, when the defense touched it, his dribble had ended.
Exactly. So then he can go recover it. But if he's just dribbling and he's awkward and he between touches, between dribbles, he steps out of bounds and comes back in, that's a violation.
Yeah, okay, I
Let's
think
just why don't we replace he with she and we just call it a middle school girls basketball game?
I guess how are you defining a dribble, right? Because I can see someone that's like going to track down a ball, pushes it to the ground, which you can interpret as a dribble, and his momentum takes him out of bounds, and he comes back on and continues that dribble. I mean, continues, by dribbling at that point, right? I can see if you take 1, 2, 3, dribbles, that's one thing. But if you have someone like chasing toward an end line, sideline, and they save the ball and push it to the ground, are we considering that a dribble?
You just have to use your best judgment on that.
Yeah.
That's a judgment.
that's a good point though, because okay, on a long down court pass, you're running down the court, your partner throws the ball to you, your momentum, you jump up and you knock the ball down, and the ball stays in bounds, and your momentum carries you over the end line. You can come back in and touch that ball, and that's legal because again, you haven't dribbled yet.
That's what I'm saying. So whatever the definition of a dribble is, I mean,
That's right. That's a good point, though. You're showing.
Is that person dribbling though? At that point, is that person ever the dribbler when they're just receiving a pass?
It's a judgment call.
Okay.
Yeah, if you just knock the ball down, you don't have control. You don't have control yet. You've not established player control yet. You knock the ball down, your momentum carries you out of bounds. You can come back in and retrieve the ball.
I mean, by definition, a dribble is ball movement caused by a player in control who bats or pushes the ball to the floor once or several times.
Yeah. But again, batting it down is not considered to be in control of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on.
Okay. To back here, rule 9. Okay, who's up? Number 9.
Who's got it?
I got it.
Okay, Richard.
A1 at the free throw line to attempt a free throw, fakes the release of the ball. Delay game warning violation, award B1 a free throw in at the nearest spot, or a technical foul. We've some confidence that is B.
Yep, it's a violation. Has anyone had see someone fake the ball? I haven't seen anybody do that.
I haven't seen it in years.
Yes, I have.
Is that right? Did you call it?
Yeah. It made me laugh. I made everybody laugh, but yeah, I called it. I blew my whistle, and we were all laughing. It was an evergreen JV game for boys.
Okay. All right, number 10.
I'll
Who wants
take it.
number 10?
I'll take it. An opponent who is inbounds reaches through the vertical boundary plane line, but does not touch the ball nor the thrower. A penalty, B, delay of game, C, technical foul. It's a B, delay of game warning.
Yes.
A. Or B. Excuse me.
No, it's B.
It's big.
No, I was on question 11. My apologies.
Go ahead, Brandon, take 11 because you prepped for it.
Okay,
I'll
11.
take
Brandon.
11. The opponent reaches through the boundary line plane and contacts the thrower. A, delay of game warning. B, intentional foul. C, technical foul. The answer is C, technical foul.
Yes.
Good answer.
Wow. Cool.
What do you have?
It's a technical foul, right? That's on
Yep.
9.
It
9-2-10.
contacts the
There's
thrower.
contact.
Contacts the thrower.
It's
Thrower.
gonna be B. Yeah, you're not. It's gonna be B.
11. Where do we at here? 9, 2, 10, 3.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. It is. It's B. You're right. It's intentional.
Yeah, if it gets the ball, it's a
Yeah.
technical.
The
Yes.
ball is a technical.
The next question.
D, technical.
You want to read it?
An opponent reaches through the boundary line plane and touches or dislodges the ball while in control of the thrower. C, technical.
Yes. So those are those situations where it catches you off guard. You know, if there's about 3 or 4 things that can happen there. You can reach through the plane. That's a violation. If you foul the player, that's an intentional. And if you knock the ball out of his hand, that's a technical. So you got to be ready for all 3 of those scenarios. But remember, if I'm out of bounds and I reach across the plane with the ball and then you knock it out of my hand, that's okay. Right?
You got to also pay attention if the thrower is put his arms over the inline and there is contact and it's a foul, not intentional foul, correct? If he has his arms actually over the inline and there's contact, is that an intentional foul or is that a common foul?
That's
I
common.
think it's common.
Yeah.
Right.
It always confused me that if they reach their hands through the plane and you hit the ball, make contact with the ball, it seems like you'd be out of bounds in that particular spot, right? Because he's out of bounds. I don't know.
But it's considered an intentional foul, though. Even
No, John, what Brandon's saying is the thrower, A1, reaches over the line, over the plane of the end line, and B1 then fouls him in contact. We have a live ball, and there's contact within the court. Brandon, right? That's your question?
Yeah, that was the question is that
So
becomes
then to me it'd be a common foul where if the B reached over, it's an intentional foul. Do I have that right?
Yep.
Okay. Look at the. It's on page 71 on the case book, Rule 9, 210, Situation B.
Right here.
And now look down, further down. Look, it says in ruling A and B. Okay. Right there. See an A right there. When A and B, when a defender makes contact with the thrower end, the result is intentional foul. Where A1's arms are located is immaterial.
wow.
So it doesn't matter if I reach across a line on a throw in and you grab my arm, it's an intentional, even though I'm in bounds. I don't think it sounds fair, but that's the book.
So we're saying if the thrower has his hands over the inline into the court and there's contact by the defender, it's an intentional foul.
Yes, and I don't think that sounds fair, but that's what the book says right there. You see, it says where his arms are located is immaterial.
Wow. Chris, are you Are you agreeing with
That's
that?
pretty interesting.
Yeah.
If you go back to the first part of that, it says thrower A1
Wow,
extends
that's
the ball with
crazy.
both arms over the end
That
line.
is crazy. That's crazy. I don't know if
No, I'm
I've ever
glad we're
seen
going
it.
this deep, but I would not have called it that way. If you put the ball, using layman's term, into the court, you're saying that doesn't matter.
That's what the book says.
If
I
there's
don't
a foul.
like it.
No.
So wait, so isn't that if the thrower extends the ball over the line, over the plane, can't that defender reach and grab it and take it?
He
Yeah, but
can't,
that's the
but if
ball, not the
yeah,
thrower.
but if there's
But he can't foul.
contact, they're saying it's
So the
not a
difference
common
is touching
foul.
the ball. The difference is touching the ball versus the thrower.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Dude,
That's,
I never would have got that
You can
one.
never touch the thrower essentially, but you can touch the ball if it's inbounds.
Yeah, I don't like that one, John.
I'm with, I don't like it, but John, thank you, because I would have called it
Yeah.
wrong. Right.
That's a great one.
yeah. When I looked this up, I didn't like the answer. I didn't like the fact that
We even stumped the great Errol Parker on it too.
No, I'm changing my answer.
Now, what if the ball is even with the out of bounds line, or it's not all the way in bounds or all the way out of bounds?
if it's not in bounds, then
No,
touching
it's
it.
partially in bounds and partially out of bounds.
Interesting.
Mike's putting his volleyball hat on now. We call that a joust or whatever.
Yeah, it's a joust, right?
Mike, in that case, I would say the ball is where it was until it crosses all the way over to get to where it is. So it's out of bounds until the full ball crosses the full line to become inbounds.
Okay.
That's how I would look at it. If we're gonna split hairs, I mean, I don't think I've ever called a foul or any kind of violation on somebody who put the ball over the end line and on a throw in. I can't recall.
Seriously, has anybody? I mean, let's
Yeah.
think of all the years of experience here. We're dissecting this. Has anyone ever called that? Exactly.
Where somebody's reached out a ball out and called something?
Yeah,
Because
where
somebody
the
grabbed it?
throw-
reach over the end line
Thrower
and
has
got contact.
put the ball beyond the end line. Yeah.
I think I've called something like that, but I mean I like Rick's logic on the whole ball crossing the whole line, but I think I interpret the way it's printed a little differently. So it says as soon as they what does it say here? The thrower may penetrate the plane. So I think they penetrate the plane as soon as they break the plane of it, not the whole ball. As soon as the ball breaks the plane, I would allow the defender to go ahead and grab the ball.
Yes.
And so anyway, that's the way I read it.
Okay.
I'd probably give more leeway to the defender.
But Errol, the defender grabs the ball is one thing versus the defender committing a foul was Brennan's original
right.
question.
Oh yeah. I'm talking about just the ball. So because we were saying the ball crosses the line, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not talking about arms, I'm talking about the ball. So he can legally touch or grasp the ball if the ball simply breaks the plane of the line.
Yes.
Right, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a
Why would we
playoff
do
game.
this?
Had a playoff
I'm
game
loving
once where
I think they must have moved this rule because I don't remember this part. I think they moved it this year, even though this is last year's book.
yeah, it's always a tough play. I had a playoff game where the inbounder just on the end line was trying to release the ball, and I think the defender did have their hands through the plane and made contact. I just whistled and just as if like it was an out of bounds type play, no violation or anything, right? That he just touched it and it's out of bounds again. And the coach, of course, was on that. You know, he was way down on that end line and he saw it, man. He was not happy that I did not call a technical foul on that play.
I bet.
Okay.
Well,
Next one.
geez. John, give us some hard ones. These are easy.
Some of them
13.
are easy. This is an easy one. 13. Who's got 13?
I'll take it because I want to get a win here. The 3-second restriction is in effect when a team is in control of the ball for a throw-in, and that is false.
Correct. I don't think anybody would have trouble with that one in the game either. You can't call 3 seconds until the ball is inbounds, obviously.
I know a couple of officials who would call that, but
Well, also remember, if the ball's in back court, there's no 3 second on the center and front court.
right.
Yep.
Okay, 14.
A player causes the ball to enter and pass through the basket from below. That's just a dead ball violation. So it's going to be A.
That's right. And if 2 players hit it, I guess you'd call a alternating possession, right? If you can't tell who hit it last and it went up through the basket, it is a violation. But if you don't know who it's on, I guess you'd have to call an AP.
That's how I dunk, is from below.
Yeah.
Dunk off of a chair.
Oh, I can dunk a basketball from below.
I thought he was talking about donuts and coffee.
Oh man. 15. Who's got it?
I'll take it. The backcourt violation rules in effect when a team is in control of the ball for a throw-in. B, false.
False. That's right. The ball has to have on-court status before that is in effect. See, these are easy, Errol.
Yeah.
Okay, 16. A1 dribbles, comes to a stop, and then throws the ball against his own backboard, then catches it. What is that?
Legal.
Great
Legal.
question, John.
It is legal.
Yeah.
That's the LeBron James special.
Yep.
T-Mac.
But remember, if they do that against the opponent's backboard, that's a violation.
You mean on
Right.
defense?
Yeah.
Like if you get a defensive rebound and you would throw it off their backboard, that's a violation?
It counts as a dribble. So like if you're already dribbling, you
Right.
stop dribbling, and then you throw it against the defender's backboard, the opponent's
Double
backboard. Yeah, it would be an illegal dribble. Yeah.
Okay.
So just for some of the new folks, by definition, is that considered a try? Is that what makes it legal?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It may look stupid. It may not look to you like a try, but if you throw it off
But
your
by
own backboard,
definition, it's a try. Yeah.
So you can dribble again.
yes.
Okay.
Okay, 17. Who wants to take that?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Team A has control of the ball for 8 seconds in A's backcourt. When A1 passes the ball into the front court and the ball touches the floor and remains there without being touched by any player, the officials count continues. Team A has control of the ball for 8 seconds.
This one caught me off guard.
I don't think it would continue.
So you say it's false,
Yes, I would.
and you're
I
right.
also don't have a rule book.
You're right. When the ball touches the floor and it attains front court status, it doesn't matter if anybody's touched it or not. The count stops.
Wow.
To me, that's one of those things. It kind of caught me off guard. I thought, well, wait a minute, no one's touched it yet, so we're still got to count. No, you don't. If the ball's in front court and it hits the floor and stays there, then that's considered. Then you drop your 10-second count.
So conversely, just for conversation, if the ball is airborne, we would continue the count.
Ooh, cool.
I don't think we do that very well sometimes.
I know, but by rule, I want to make sure I'm understanding, because I would have missed this one, because I would have said no one's touched it in the front court. Now John's saying, and I'm learning, by touching the floor in the front court. But if the ball was airborne at 8, 9, 10, 11, I've got a backcourt violation, correct? Or 10-second violation.
A 10-second, yeah.
So the
Again,
ball is in the air in the front court. Yeah, we're saying violation.
But if it touches the floor, that's established front court status for the purposes of the 10-second count.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a good question, man.
It has location status at that point.
Yeah.
The only exception I can think of is if it's a dribbler. The dribbler has to have both feet and the ball.
Good point.
But if the ball's just laying there, it has front court status. I'd go with
So that was gonna be my question. Obviously, in that question, it says he passes the ball, but let's say it is the dribbler, and he loses the ball, and it goes over half court. Nobody touches it. If that dribbler reaches over and grabs it, but their feet are still in the back court, is that a violation?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ball hit the front court.
Yeah,
The ball got front court status.
Except for, yeah, but if it's a dribbler, I mean, at what point do we say it is not in player control anymore, right? Like they were the last person to dribble it. They lost a little bit of control. When you're a dribbler, all 3 points have to be on the other side.
Bill, you're answering your own question. He lost control in your example. He's no longer a dribbler. When he lost control, the ball touched in the front. Your supposed dribbler is still in the back. I mean, you're answering your own question. I don't mean to be sarcastic.
Yeah.
Just
No.
put the pieces together. Yeah.
Hey, Errol, go back to that.
I just
Go back to the case book.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying.
So it talks about the backcourt count should be terminated as soon as the ball has front court location status by touching the floor in teammates front court. Yeah, see, I think a lot of times I don't say get it wrong, but I know when I've got a count on, right? I'm the one, let's say I'm the trail coming up and I've got a count, right? I'm at 9. I see them let the ball go and they say it's a deep pass into the corner. Usually in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, they got rid of the ball before 10. But really, it's a violation.
Correct.
If that ball is not caught, let's say at 11 in the corner deep, that's a violation. A lot of times I think they got rid of it. It broke the plane at half court, and I don't call it.
I think you're right, Mike. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's not one I would enforce unless it's super egregious and everybody in Clark County thinks that it has to be a 10-second violation.
Yeah.
That's a tough one to enforce.
Yep.
But you could be backed up by a rule. You're going to tick some people off if you're enforcing it at 10.1. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's got to have the backcourt violation is when the ball has front court status. That's when the 10-second count ends. Or it'll restart on a dead ball, and that probably gives away whatever other questions we have here.
Yeah, I want the next question. That one's easy.
Okay.
A1 has dribbled the ball in the backcourt for 6 seconds when teammate calls a timeout. When play resumes, teammate will have only 4 seconds to advance the ball to the front court. That is false.
Very good. That should be, everybody should have no problem with that call.
Starts over.
What's funny though is I have coaches all the time ask that.
Yeah,
Me too. I have two.
Yeah.
He'll say, does he still have 10 seconds? Or, yeah. I think some coaches actually know, but they're just trying to get to the official, hoping they can get an advantage by getting him to call that.
Well,
I think it's
the higher levels have
9 seconds.
Yeah,
changes
college
to
and
the higher
NBA.
levels.
Yeah, college and NBA have that rule.
Yeah, that's right.
And they're trying to actually get the high school rules to change to that as well. But
I hope they don't. I think you should be able to start it over, but
They're gonna have to give us new technology if they do.
Yeah, right.
just use a shot clock.
Hey,
okay.
Brandon, grab me some carne asada while you're there.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, I think 19 is an easy one. Who wants 19?
Carne asada, where are you at?
I can take it, Errol.
Go
I
for
haven't
it.
done one yet. So, while dribbling in A's front court, A1 is closely guarded by B1 after 2 seconds. B2 also assumes a closely guarded position on A1, and B1 leaves to guard A2. I'm going to say A, the closely guarded count continues.
That's right. Just because the first defender leaves, you don't drop that 5-second count if there's another defender who's also guarding him.
Okay.
Okay. 20.
A1 is dribbling in the team. Oh, sorry. A1 is dribbling in Team A's backcourt and throws his pass to the front court. While standing in A's front court, B1 deflects the ball back to A's backcourt where it touches the floor, and A2 recovers it in the backcourt. A, violation by A2. B, legal play. I'm going to say legal play.
That's right, because the offensive team did not knock it into backcourt. The defense did, so it's still a live ball. You still have your 10-second count. Well, that's a bonus question that.
Do you? Yeah, you
Arrow
get your
put on
10-second
there.
count. Start over.
Who wants to answer the bonus question?
I think he
Oh, it
just did.
starts over.
Count starts over.
Brand new 10.
Hmm.
Is there a new count?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. It starts over.
Even though there was no control.
Correct.
Okay.
Same rule about
But since it was touched
when the
by
10-second
defense,
count ends. Yep.
Since it was touched by the defense, that's where the key is. Is that right?
Yep. Change
Yeah.
status.
Since they were standing in A's front court, the ball had front court status, and so the defender hit it back into backcourt. So a new backcourt status is established.
Yep.
So you're going to restart the 10-second backcourt count.
Okay. Okay, last question. This could catch us off guard in a game.
I'll go for it.
Go
While
ahead.
the ball is touching the ring of the basket, new people note ring is the correct term. While the ball is touching the ring of the basket on a field goal attempt, B1 grasps the ring while there is no threat of injury. I'm going to go with C, both basket interference and a technical foul.
Anybody disagree on that?
I assume A1's the one who shot it.
Yeah.
You assume what?
Whoever
A1
shot it,
is
whoever
the one
shot it.
shooting.
Oh yeah,
Because
oh
you
yeah,
have two-
A is shooting, right?
The reason I have two things because I have two violations. One, you have a basket interference because you can't mess around with the ring when the ball is on the ring. And then two, if you grasp the ring with no threat of injury, you have a technical foul. Thus, I came up with two answers.
And I think we would have, as officials, we might have a tendency to call one or the other of A or B, but it's both. And that's right there at Rule 911 1B in the case book.
So if that's the case, and the basket goes in, how are we administering that?
Okay, you count the basket. You got a technical foul for 2 free throws, and then they get the ball out of bounds. So it's a big penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the same result if the ball doesn't go in because you're going to award the goal on the basket interference.
Well, that's right. Yeah, good. That's right.
So either way, you've got 2-point goal or 3-point goal, a 2 free throws, and ball at division line.
So that can be
It's
It's a huge penalty. Huge penalty.
Yes, that could end up, if they make a 3-pointer after throwing the ball in, that could be a 7-point play right there. 7 points in a matter of a couple of seconds.
Yeah, that's why we got to make sure that, boy, they are really hanging on that rim.
That's right.
What's a 7-point play?
Yeah, I say, yeah, you got
7-point
2
trip.
points. You got basket
Three-pointer,
interference,
2 foul shots, ball, another basket.
and then you throw the ball in bounds and score a 3-pointer. Then within a couple of seconds, you got 7 points.
Good.
Could be an 8-point, right? If that
Yeah.
initial shot was a 3.
You found the 3-point shooter.
It was a triple. Yeah.
That's right.
Well,
Okay.
that's
Man, what a
good
great,
stuff.
what a great BBIQ tonight, John. Thank
John,
you.
yeah, you really stepped up, buddy. That's good stuff.
That was good,
Yeah.
John. Great job. Learned a lot, actually.
I think everybody pitched in a lot though on this. There's a lot of stuff to think about here. A lot of situations that catch you off guard.
Bill, I think you got maybe a permanent BBIQ person here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Absolutely.
I resign.
Now, my
No,
takeaway
no.
is I
Hey,
gotta
get
learn
ready,
rule
'cause
9.
next month we got Rick Stover next month.
What?
Okay.
Oh, rule 10, that's a lot there. Eesh.
Dude, rule 9's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for putting that together, John. Appreciate y'all.
Yep, me too.